So I roughed in the steering wheel to kind of test the horn. I got the new brushes. I had done the new turn signal cam a while back, all new wiring and everything under the hoods, new wiring. So that's where the brush goes, and it didn't work. So I took the wheel back off, and I didn't snug it up. So I think that might be part of the problem. But with that contact, that's our positive. The car itself is the negative. And in theory, the horn works. So everything's good here. It's the way that it's going back together that I just need to make sure I'm getting good contact. So stay tuned. So I had to clean all the metal contacts. The brushes are in there good. I had to actually kind of figure out how a horn works and where the contact is made and things like that with the outer ring, the column, and all that stuff. And lo and behold, my battery's a little demolished, but it's going. It's just the batteries. There she goes. So horn's working. Ask me how I did it. I have kind of an idea. Anyway, happy hunting. All right, I was legit about to just like produce those couple of clips and just let it eat, and I was like, no, that's kind of shitty. let me show you. If you've never had, you may know how to put this together and what to get in order to kind of make. But let me show you how it works, because I had to figure out how it works in order to figure out why it's not working. Okay, so horn. I've got the battery off. Push in, turn, and that releases the thing out of the groove. All right, and then slowly pop this off because there's a spring in there. And there we go. Okay, so here's the horn retainer spring, and then the back. Okay, that black retainer, see the lips there, they slide in, turn it clockwise, and locks the horn ring into the wheel. Okay, now what's actually making the horn work, this is your second brush. Okay, so there's a brush on the back side of this, and then there's a brush here. Okay, this metal part here, okay, it's all one big metal ground, right? Okay, this, by virtue of the brush on the back side, is connected to a metallic area that's only connected to this. Okay, so this remains the positive, just like you saw earlier when I shorted them out, the horn honked. Same thing here. If I was to touch this to the metal, the horn would blow. Okay, so there's two brushes in here, one on the back side that you've already seen, and now this one here. Okay, and like I said, if I was to take this screwdriver, just like before, and touch from there to this metal base here, the horn would blow. Okay, but now, how do we get this thing to honk the horn? Well, the answer is, all right, see the plastic part? Well, the plastic part doesn't conduct electricity. Okay, so it's like an insulator of sorts. Okay, but let me put this down for a second. Okay, the kicker is this part right here, this outer lip, that is touching this outer lip when you push the horn all the way in. Okay, so this guy right here is touching the metal part on the horn. Okay, this is touching the metal part on the horn, but the horn is isolated from this until you push the horn in. Then it comes in contact with this outer edge, which is grounded, and the horn blows. All right. Now, with these, 60-year-old cars, what I found was this edge and then the edge that mates to it on the backside, they are oxidized. Okay, so they're not really conducting electricity very well. So I took a grinding wheel and just very lightly buzzed the outside edge of this, and I buzzed the outside edge of that. Okay, and then I still had a couple of issues, and what I also found was this guy right here, because this is a new one that I put in. The other one was kind of disintegrated. This has to be screwed in pretty tight because it's got to push in. Because if this is sitting out, then it's keeping the horn. It's keeping the horn ring away from this too far, and when you try to push it, it's there's not enough push because this is kind of blocking the way. So you really need to get this screwed in pretty good so that it's nice and tight there. And then when the horn ring gets screwed on, it's just barely not touching. Okay, the horn ring is just barely not touching this, and until you actually push the horn in, then it makes contact with this and shorts to our brush, and that blows the horn. So, big things: brush on the inside, make sure that's in there right. Horn brush here, make sure that's right. And then you need get yourself a new one of these and tighten it down real good, and then really, really hit this edge and this edge, not the outside edge, this inside edge. Hit that to where it's shiny metal. Okay? And along the way, while the steering wheel's off, just like you saw me do, short that brush out and make sure the horn works. If it does, cool, you can move on to the next step. Put the wheel on. Get the wheel screwed on tight. Okay? Once you get the wheel screwed on tight, put that brush in and then touch it to the outside edge. If the horn blows, then you know you're good to hear. Then put the horn ring on, and we need to make sure that, so when you put that horn ring on, if you push that horn and nothing's happening, it's because you don't have good shiny metal here able to make good metallic contact to complete the circuit there. And that's it. So that's the and I might be right on some of this. I might be a little off on some of this, but I don't know. I didn't know anything about it. I just, that's what I figured out. And I think I'm pretty right. I also looked at, some of the diagrams. The Eckler's catalog kind of helps, but the steering with the blown apart diagram that they use is for a 65. And there's some parts in that schematic that aren't in this. And I looked at a couple other videos of guys replacing turn signal cams and replacing steering wheels and stuff like that to confirm that I actually had all the correct parts. So, the other thing that I did was, when you take this off, there's on the back side of this, there's like a rubber, like a dielectric cushion. It's not really a rubber bushing or anything. It's just a rubberized thing that's there to give it some pressure forward. But if you don't have that underneath that, I'm not gonna take that thing apart again. But anyway, that's that. The horn works. just it's really freezing, and I think it either killed the battery or my battery is going like dead, and I may have to get a new one. I got the 4-year warranty on that battery, so I can just go up to AutoZone and get myself a new one if I need to. But anyway, that was my evening today. So I hope you enjoy. Like and share. I know there's a lot of people that have had some issues with the horns, so please like and subscribe and share this video with, and I'm sure it's very similar regardless of make and model. It's probably a similar concept across the board. So hopefully this is a good video, and we'll see you next time.